Hi everyone, let's chat a little bit about how we can get the Canva information to the people and share, edit, collaborate, do all of the fun stuff really efficiently, quickly, and easily. So I've started out with just a Canva flyer. If you're a beginner, it's pretty easy. I just typed in the word flyer here and it gave me lots and lots of options to choose from. So this is basically just a template. I can edit anything on here. Of course, that's more of a Canva basics thing. So if you want to check that out, all of these tools down the left-hand side will let you edit. But what we're talking about in this video is how to share, how to collaborate and do those things, just like I just said. So let's start off with something that you may or may not know that has nothing to do with this flyer, but I just wanted to squeeze this in because I couldn't believe how many people didn't know that you could do this. So I'm going to go here to my Canva home screen. And I'm going to share a common problem, and that's not being able to edit certain documents or not having access to Acrobat. Maybe it's a different computer or you don't have Acrobat installed and you need to edit a PDF. With Canva, it's really easy. Just click this Create button here, and you'll notice there is an upload feature down here on the bottom left. So when I choose Upload, I can pull pretty much anything from my computer except for some images, and I can edit that content. So let's see, I downloaded a PDF of one of my favorite super short stories, 11 by Sandra Cisneros. If you haven't read it, really great for English teachers for many different reasons. So here I have it, and let's see if we are able to edit it. So this is the text, and you'll notice now I can edit, and it's going to give me text that is similar. So what I love about this is, no, I don't want to change this wonderful story, but maybe I want to put in some grammatical mistakes or change things or have students change it. What's really cool is I could not have done this in Acrobat as simply and easily as this. And then I can do the things that we're going to talk about next with the sharing, etc. So imagine, editing to make some different mistakes in here and asking students to find those mistakes, or the sky's the limit with what you can do with this. Again, this was a PDF and I just used that upload button. All right, so let's go back to my flyer here, and let's pretend like this guy is finished and check out some of the options that you can use to share. For starters, I'm going to adjust the title just because I don't want it to be the template title. So we'll call it Info 1. Okay, oops. Now when I download it, it's going to give me that title as my file. On the far right, I can choose to share here, and here's where I have so many features that are really exciting. If I want to collaborate with a friend, I just change this to anyone with a link, copy this link, and share it with my colleague, or I can direct share up here. For example, if I want my colleague Ann Cantu to be able to edit this document as well, I can just pull up her name here. I can turn this notify me when access button on as well, but I typically don't use that. I just sort of trust when I see her name pop up on the screen, then I can see her editing and we can make those changes together. I also can download this directly and share. That's just going to give her a copy. But if you look at the download options, I've got lots of options here. So if I have a PowerPoint or a slideshow, I can download that as a video. Or if I have a slide deck in Canva, I can download as a PowerPoint. I can download it as an image. So I have lots of different options as well. Something else that I really love, especially with videos, is this public view link here. When I create a public view link, the neat thing here is that when I share this link, whether it's shortened link on a sheet of paper or a QR code, it gives me something that people do not have to sign in to see. So it's a really great time saver in stations and things of that nature. Love the public view link, especially for videos. I also, let's go back here, can start what's called a learning session. This is super cool, pretty new, and creates something similar to a Nearpod experience. So your students can type in canva.com/abc and this code, and then what they can do once they're there is they will be able to edit, and you can see their edits. Everybody can learn. Maybe you have student type in information here. There's really lots and lots of options with respect to the learning session. Right up here at the top, I can see that I've got one person, that's me, in the session, and it keeps my Canva live code here so that if I have a student walk in late or a teacher walk in late, they can join as well. So I'm going to go ahead and end that learning session. And now they can no longer access it. So again, back under these share features, the final share feature I want to talk to you about today is this template link. This one I probably use the most. What this does is this generates a copy of this handout to share so that they can edit their own. It's really easy. You just share this link with everybody. Everybody gets their own. It doesn't send just one. It sends a template link so that they can begin working and then send that back to you. So it's super, super, super useful. Really love it. And then of course, the QR code if you want them to scan a QR code to be able to access this document. So as we get into blended learning rotations and all of those sorts of things, these share features come in handy quite a bit. You may have noticed this assign button at the top. Just so you know, you can create a classroom in Canvas. I'm going to assign this via link and say assign to students in Canva. And when I press continue, I already have a couple of classes that I've created, but I also can create a class here if I want to. So pretty neat, exciting sort of thing here. The last little piece of info that I want you to know is that you can directly record your content using the upload button on the left-hand side here with this record yourself feature. Now it is going to ask that you download and install the Canva for a desktop version, but it's not a big deal. It's a quick install. If it's on a school computer, you might run into some issues where you have to get a tech to install that for you, but no big deal. Once you have it, you can record directly here. So that's Canva info. I hope you enjoy all of the fun ways you can share content. It's so easy and I love it so much. It just provides so many different opportunities to work with students and